Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Thursday expiry live session. Well, 24th of August, Thursday, after a great success of India putting its mark on the moon, today we saw a very disappointing day in the stock markets. In the morning, there was a very good gap up. It was looking like a very good day for markets also. In fact, it was backed with all the good newses. The opening session also was good. There was US markets had performed very well, and Indian ISRO team had made a history by successfully landing the Chandrayaan 3 onto the moon. So there were all the positives in the morning for a very good start and for a very good day. And apart from that, apart from the events outside of the market, even the data points, if you had seen or if you had observed my video last Friday, I had told we are bottoming out at 19,300 levels, and from there on there will going to be a good bounce, and that is the time to take some long positions on Nifty and Bank Nifty also. In fact, we had got an entry in Nifty as early as Friday afternoon itself, wherein market for once breached the earlier levels and made a new low at 19,257. From there on, it has been on that very day, on Friday itself, Nifty had made a pullback and it had entered into the range and had taken the good support at 19,300 levels. So from there on, 4 days have passed: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. It was expected for some good up move from there on, but after that we can see the chart here. Nifty didn't do anything much for couple of days, and yesterday for a change Bank Nifty did the breakout and closed very well, almost about 44,500 levels. And today also Bank Nifty opened well along with Nifty. Both Nifty and Bank Nifty opened exceedingly well, but by the end of the day the session looked very not so good session. In fact, both Nifty and Bank Nifty have ended up in the negative. Yes, for the settlement starting from Friday till Thursday, we have closed above the range, and it looks like it might take once again support at the lower levels, but still at the end of the session it would have been good if we had closed on a positive note, if we had closed on a high levels, at least around 19,500 for Nifty and around 45,000 for Bank Nifty. But unfortunately, we know markets always surprises us. There is going to be, we need to be prepared for all kinds of eventualities. So having said that, today's Nifty chart, here it is. This is the intraday chart of Nifty. Yesterday itself it had entered into a outranger pattern, and from there on you can see here there was a good gap up today in the morning, and in the morning itself within 10 o'clock it makes a high at 19,575, but by the end of the day it seen a low of 19,376, which means almost 200 points fall in Nifty, which is around 1% fall in Nifty on an intraday basis, and it has been a continuous fall. You can see here from 19,575 there has been no good pullback at all. In fact, I was under the impression the morning's opening candle low will take a support at 19,493, but that was not to be the case. In fact, we had given an intraday call at 19,493 for Nifty to be on the long side, but that also we had to take the stop loss, and by the end of the day it had ended at 19,376 as the low and closed at 19,390. So the closing has been disappointing close. This is the chart of Bank Nifty. Yesterday's close was exceedingly good, 44,475 after having made a high of 44,521, and today opens above yesterday's high and goes and makes a high of 44,949 on the spot, and on the futures we can see the high of 45,009. So for brief time it crosses 45,000 after a long time, and from there on, by the end of the day, it has already traversed back by about 500 points and has closed at 44,525. On the whole, what started off on a positive note has also ended on a positive note above the support levels, but the closing has been slightly disappointing is what we have observed today in the markets, especially after having good global cues, after having good Indian news. Apart from that, the data also, the market participant data, it could be in terms of open interest or it could be in terms of price action or the trend, all signified for continuation of the uptrend that had started yesterday. In fact, it would have been good if the uptrend had sustained much longer, but unfortunately by 10 o'clock the uptrend was all over, and from there on it was a steady and continuous decline till the close. Even towards the end there has been no pullback attempt, so it is looking like not so good the close, at least for this settlement. Now coming to the fifth and final settlement for this month of August, we will be starting off on on the settlement chart. If you see, let us first, I generally use 2 hours for the settlement analysis. Starting tomorrow, we will be starting off in terms of Nifty, we will be starting off on the downtrend itself. So the beginning of the coming settlement will be in terms of Nifty, it will be in the downtrend, and in terms of Bank Nifty, it will be in the uptrend. So this, whatever it is showing, the patterns downtrend will get updated tomorrow morning once the market opens, but with the current data points, we are starting off on downtrend itself for Nifty, but for Bank Nifty we have changed the trend from downtrend to uptrend. So that is how we will be beginning tomorrow for the coming final monthly as well as weekly expiry, that is on 31st of August. So let us see how it goes, and the recent lows will act as a very good support for the coming week also. Hopefully this support level should not be breached, so watch out for 43,785 on the futures chart and 43,600. So 43,600 will be the support, which is also the monthly low. So whatever 43,600 that we are talking of is the monthly low, and if you have to play that, you have to work with these levels in mind. Have 45,000 as the top range and 43,600 as the bottom range for this coming settlement. Coming to Nifty, Nifty is having a support at 19,275 on the futures and 19,575 on the futures, again on the higher side. So these 2 points, 19,275 and 19,575 or 19,600 on the futures, will act as a good range to begin with tomorrow morning. So that's it for now. Let us see how tomorrow morning the markets open. Looking at the close, even towards the end there was no pullback in the markets, which means tomorrow's morning markets might open slightly weaker note. Whatever is the case, wait for first few candles to form before taking any positions. Do not be in a hurry to take a positional trade tomorrow right at the open. Even if there is a gap down or even if it's a normal open, do not be in a hurry to take the positional trades in the morning. Just wait for levels to get formed and let us observe the first 1 hour of pattern, and then we can decide, and let us see how it goes for the month of August. So having said that, if you have any queries, you can just put it in the chat box. We'll be looking into that and coming with our analysis and our views on those stock or index queries. So if you are liking the content on Banao Bharat channel, do subscribe to the channel, support the channel, share the channel with your fellow traders, and also during the live sessions you can come online and ask any kind of queries that you have in your mind with respect to any of the stocks or indices or about general market condition itself. So let us once again meet tomorrow morning with a fresh perspective on the market. Until then, Om Swasti.